He is the CEO of Kuda. Is a digital bank now. Basically, that's what we've evolved into. And Kuda just raised $1.6 million. One of the people I'm not entirely sure that the government is looking at, like, why did they raise that money from? Can we see the money? Anyway, hi, Babs. How you doing?
Hi.
So what you guys do ties into a lot of the things we've spoken about this morning, especially with the charges. I was thinking about that a lot over the night. The charges, if you have to put in. By the way, Zil, you've experienced these charges before.
I have paid it. I mean, there was something I was doing, and you see, this is the annoying part of the whole thing. I needed to make a payment to government.
Oh.
And government did not have a POS. And government said you have to bring cash. I said, okay. So I went to the bank to withdraw the cash to give government. And government charged me for taking cash to give government because government... It was annoying, but I had... And this was maybe 2 years ago. And I quarreled with the bank. And that's when I said, okay, you know what? Can I withdraw half now? They said, look, it's a daily thing. So no matter what you're doing, however you do it. And if your accounts are linked, even if you do it with separate accounts that are linked...
Oh, Jesus.
So I said, okay, no problem. So I took the first portion... It was a little over the limit. Took the first portion, no charge. That was one transaction. Then I took the difference. So they charged on the difference because it wasn't clear to me if they were going to charge on the end. So if you take 501,000, I wasn't clear, and the bank wasn't clear either. The bank was going to charge me on 501.
Okay.
I'm like, are you not going to charge me on just one? They said, no, they're going to charge on 501. So I said, okay, no problem. Let me take 499. I've gone. And I sit there in the lobby. After 10 minutes, I come back. Let me take 2. You know.
Okay.
So that's what we did. But it's a bit. But let's be very honest and let's be very fair. And I like to be fair. We have been doing something for donkey years. Yes, it was not best practice. We are now trying to introduce best practice. People are not embracing it. Yes, I've heard people say things about the carrot and the stick. But in all honesty, let's be very honest. I've never had a need, as in without option, to hold cash.
500,000
Nigeria
cash.
is one of the very few countries in this world, and this is true, that you can move money from your phone instantly.
Yeah,
There are
few money.
I think the EU introduced it this year, if I remember correctly.
Very few countries, yeah.
Very few countries can do that. So we have options that we as Nigerians don't trust. Those options is a trust issue, which we understand, but we need to deal with it.
That's why Babs is here. Help us trust the options. Babs, talk to us. So I'm looking at it from the perspective of you could. First of all, I need to explain this because when I was looking through it yesterday, Kudi transitioned the name into Kuda.
Yes.
Why do we do that?
Why don't you start with a bara?
So initially, we were called Kudi Money.
Yes.
But it was very difficult to trademark the name Kudi.
Okay, yeah,
And,
because of the
it means money.
connotations.
Yeah. So we wanted to be distinct and own our own brand. So we decided to change it to Kuda Bank.
Yeah. So basically, it's a bank, but it's a digital bank.
Yeah, it's a bank. It's licensed by the Central Bank of Nigeria. You're allowed. You can do. We can take deposits. We can make transfers. We issue credit. It's basically a bank that doesn't have buildings.
Wow.
And why that is really important is because a lot of the expenses of running a bank actually goes on running the branches.
Yeah, totally.
So,
As in fact, that's the major problem.
That is it.
yeah,
That's the major problem.
even if you look at it, even there's the branches in Zamfara, for example, that may not have as many customers as a Lagos one.
We'll still have the same facilities,
similar
infrastructure.
costs.
Yeah.
So and somebody's got to pay for that. So what we've done is basically strip out all the expensive parts of running a bank, and we are able to pass on those savings back to the customer.
So let me get it. How easy and how easy or how difficult is it to open a bank account? Because Nigerians, we expect to actually physically go into the bank, sign a document, and because I don't understand why we still need to do those things with Zeal.
Especially with BVN.
I don't get it.
Especially with BVN.
Zeal. Okay, let me not get upset. All right, so I don't get it. Then,
I don't get
then
it.
you have to. Oh, okay. All right, sorry, Babs.
I mean, if you can set up WhatsApp on your phone, you can open a Kuda bank account. It's that easy. Today we have BVN, we have passport portals, we have the ID Nigerian the identity card.
Yeah.
Everything,
We have so
multiple
many-
identification
Yeah,
numbers.
so many different points that we can verify the identity
Of the person.
of the person, and it's just leveraging on technology to be able to do that. And that's simply what we've done. So every touch point, Kuda has access to it, and opening an account now, it's literally 2 to 3 minutes, literally.
So, one of the things I did, and I kept looking at, basically talking about, the banking structure and what you guys are trying to do is, what's the reception like? How people receiving the whole idea of having a digital bank? Because while this may offend you and I, Zil, there are people who just want to be signing papers, want to put passport photograph on it, and because there's even one yes, I need to say this, there's one government parcel where I needed to sign, if I needed to fill a few documents. Yes, I won't call you out, so don't, because I'm sure the people are looking at. So I had to fill a number of documents. I was sending something in, and then after I did that, I was told to bring the physical documents. Oh,
Yep.
no, Zil. I was told it was a totally online process. But when I did it online, because when I thought it was online, they sent the form. So what I did was I got Adobe forms, and I filled it via. I was feeling very, very. They said no, uncle.
you
This is
have
not
to-
what we are saying. They said print it
You
out,
still have to print it.
sign it, scan it, and send it back to us. Then keep the physical document and bring it to us later when you are coming to call. I'm like,
Well, I mean, different reasons, but let's not go. For me, that's a huge step ahead from where I know we're coming from.
but
Still,
how do people react to this? That it's entirely digital.
Yeah, so I think there's a certain demography that is
Yeah.
very comfortable already.
With technology.
Yes,
Yeah.
and we're moving towards that anyway. 60% of the population is below a certain age. It's really a youth market.
Youth market, true.
And they're digital natives. They're already they live on the internet. So they're very comfortable, and adoption and reception has been very good.
Okay.
Obviously you have the whole trust issue because it's new, but once that is overcome.
But you guys are not new, so
Well, yes, we haven't done a lot of marketing, but we're just doing that now.
Yeah.
Now that we've gone full blown into launching an actual banking product. The CBN license has kicked in, and now you can do so many things. Now you can just transfer money to any bank in Nigeria, receive money from any bank in Nigeria, all digitally.
now
So-
the final thing. This is the point that I wanted to talk about. So while of course CBN increased charges for cash transactions, there was actually a reduction for transfers. I'm trying to City of Lagos. Give me a split second.
I think from 0.75 to 0.5.
Yeah,
like that,
0.75 to 0.5, and I'm thinking this is an incentive for people to do more
Transfer.
digital transactions. And I was thinking this would be great. Now, first of all, let me know. It's the same fees if I transfer using a bank if I use yours, right?
No, it's not. So we are a free bank, basically. So we don't.
yes. Define free. No,
Yes.
there are different types of free. in
Yes,
Nigeria.
Zil, thank God you are
There's
here.
free you buy.
Yeah, so there's we have a freemium model where all the normal ATM card maintenance, monthly fee, we don't have it. Account maintenance fee, we don't have it. Interbank transfer fee, we have a limit, so we allow you to transfer to another bank every month for free. At the moment it's twice a month. Twice a month, but then on the third attempt it's 10 naira as opposed to 52 naira 50 kobo. So over time we'll look to increase that. We also have free ATM withdrawals. So at
wait, free ATM. No, you wait. How many times is it? The 3 free ATM withdrawals?
No. So we have over 10,000 ATMs, access to over 10,000 ATMs that are free for you to withdraw money from. So it's the largest sort of ATM terminal.
So Babs, now
in layman
level
terms.
with me.
Yes.
What's the catch? Because this is
no, hang on. No. So for in this instance, I'm a layman. So if I have if you have your debit card, I can go to an ATM that is not yours.
Yes, we don't have any. We don't own
great.
any.
And
ATM.
I can withdraw as many times as I want, and you will not charge me.
And we will not charge you.
And that bank will not charge me.
And that bank will not charge you.
But that bank will charge me, or you reimburse me what they charge me.
No, just as far as you're concerned, you do not get charged. As far as
Did you come with sample?
That's why I said so. Babs, before we get there, because I know we are going to get there, but what's the catch? Why?
No, there's no catch. Look,
but also yes, okay, Babs, talk.
We operate within an environment where, if you look at it, even low risk low risk government securities, which is typically like an investment, it is very high interest rates. So if your costs are very small, you can actually just monetize on the money that you take on depositors' money. A bank is supposed to take money and then give it out or invest it at a higher interest rate. That's actually essentially what a bank is. A bank was not set up to charge you fees. It's just I don't know how we got to this point where
every bank
it's
is
now
just
more about fees than about actually.
But I have a question. What you're raising is a very important point. This excess charge CBN is insisting on, who gets it? Does it go to CBN or the bank?
So there are different.
Because CBN says you will be charged. The banks are very efficient in taking that charge.
Yes,
but who holds the money?
Yeah. So there are different in all the charges. There are different sort of splitting ratios. That are So for example, the deposit charge, which is a stamp duty, actually goes to CBN. The transfer charges, like the 52 naira 50 kobo,
more than 500,000 in cash, it's a penalty. So who's penalizing you? CBN brings out the circular penalizing you.
Yes,
but
if I know it's CBN's money, it's CBN's money. It's CBN's money. If I know, it's still but CBN, please help us. Let's know whose money it is, so that we know if we are paying taxes. Because
I don't think you'll contribute as a tax that you're paying.
All right, so so I think we've gotten through it. But how can we now get I mean, if I wanted to get to sign up to the Kuda,
so
are you already doing this?
I'm looking for it.
So Kuda Bank. So just go. Kuda Bank right now is an app-only bank.
Okay.
So you download the app on the Google Play Store or on the App Store, and that's it. Within 5 minutes, you get a bank account.
Okay.
Literally.
And I can get, so
I must have a BVN.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a BVN. So we offer what you call a tier 1 and a tier 3 account. So there's tier 1 account that you can open with just minimal information.
The CBN does,
but there'll be restrictions on your account.
There are things you cannot do.
Yes, of course. Yeah. So if you want the full garment of suites,
where can I see what the characteristics are? Your website or something?
Yes, there's a website. So there's kudabank.com. So you go to kudabank.com, you see on the website, and you download it on the Play Store and the App Store.
I feel like I should charge listeners for listening to this show. This one.
You should go work in CBN if you're thinking like that. Or work in government. Just take money from people.
All right, City of Lagos. I want to thank Babs Ogudei for being with us in the studio. CEO Kuda Bank. It's a digital bank, and basically they're doing great work. I mean, the thought around having him on this morning was specifically around their last fundraise, $1.6 million, and just basically that's to expand operations, right? Basically.
Well, that's just to help us launch.
Okay.
So this is really
help
just
launch.
the beginning.
Okay.
To launch, to do some marketing. You know, there's also something, you know, with cards. So you have to, you know, you deliver your ATM cards to you instead of you going to the bank. So there's a cost attached to all those things. So it helps us actually just get off the ground.
Oh, okay. I'm totally with it. When you talk about marketing, please come and talk to us. Yeah.
No problem.
We like that word. Zil, thank you very much for joining us in the studio. City of Lagos. If you do not know Zil, you're obviously not in the finance circles. Yeah, everybody.